Second. Any objection? There being none, the motion is approved. Next item, please.
Next is another communication from Army Gunay of the E-Governance Program Director, submitting public feedback gathered from social media platform on the proposed anti-fake notary and street notarial services ordinance.
Councilor Gil Rosales.
We have taken note of the consolidated feedback, Mr. Chairman, and in fact, I have already a revised draft incorporating all the comments.
And this particular item was also incorporated in your final draft? Okay. Next item, please.
Next is the request of Honorable Gil Rosales for the issuance of an order or notice to the parties in the administrative case Julito Rasco Idamis, complainant, versus Barangay Kagawad, Joby Capistrano, respondent.
Councilor Rosales.
Mr. Chairman, the Committee on Blue Ribbon, when it was still chaired by the Honorable Nathan Serio, already conducted the preliminary conference in regard to the said case, but the committee then failed to require the parties to submit their position papers. So when I was trying to resolve the case, I was looking for the position papers. I was informed that there was not yet. So let's request the Secretariat to issue the said notices to the parties, requiring them to submit the same. I so move, Mr. Chairman.
Any second? Any objection? There being none, the motion is approved. Next item.
Next item is the proposed ordinance authored by the Honorable Melvin Ramon Buenape and Honorable Francisco Mendoza for their amending ordinance number 93049 or the Transport and Traffic Code of Naga City by reversing the one-way direction of Ojeda 4th Street in Barangay Dinaga, Naga City.
City Councilor Omar Buenafe.
Mr. Chair, may I request that we take this up as part of the Committee on Transport report.
Will you be rendering a report today?
Yes, Mr. Chair.
Okay, so that will form part of your report.
Thank you,
Next
Mr.
item, please.
Next is a letter dated May 15 from J. Percival Ablan, the Provincial Director of the Department of Tourism and Industry,
Trade in
Industry, containing their comment on the proposed ordinance regulating the use and aftermarket muffler on motorcycle.
Any comment?
It's pending, Mr. Chairman, with the Committee on Laws and Ordinance.
Okay, so we will refer this to the Committee on Laws and Ordinances. Next item.
Next is a letter dated May 20 from Attorney Angel Ohastro III, our city legal officer, submitting their comments and recommendation on the proposed ordinance authorizing the grant of medical allowance to employees of the city government of Naga.
Councilor Frank Mendoza.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. That item is under consideration with the Committee on Appropriation. So I move that the same be referred to the said committee.
Any second? Any objection? There being none, the motion is approved. Next item, please.
Next is the committee report of the Committee on Ways and Means.
The Committee on Ways and Means. The report will be rendered by City Councilor Frank Mendoza.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. I request acknowledgement of the report of the Committee on Ways and Means.
Your report is duly acknowledged.
This was held last May 18, and there was a quorum.
There was a quorum. Thank you.
First item, the proposed ordinance authored by the Honorable David Casper Nathan A. Sirio, requiring all real estate developers to settle outstanding real property taxes on all previous and existing projects, including road lots and open spaces, as a prerequisite for the approval of preliminary approval for locational clearance or policy and development permit for new projects in the City of Naga. May I proceed with the disposition, Mr. Chair?
Yes, please.
On motion of Honorable David Casper Nathan Sirio, duly seconded by Ms. Jolene, the committee resolved to recommend to the Sangguniang Panlungsod to defer consideration of the matter pending the submission of the comments from the Local Finance Committee, City Legal Office, Housing and Land Use Regulatory Board, all existing housing developers in Naga City through the City Planning and Development Office, the Metro Naga Chamber of Commerce and Industry, Education, Scholarship and Sports Office, DepEd, and the Investment and Tourism Promotion Office within 10 days upon receipt hereof. So moved, Mr. Chair.
Any second? Any objection? There being none, the motion is approved.
Resolved further to direct the City Planning and Development Office to submit to the committee the donation status report of all road lots and open spaces within Naga City for reference and guidance. So moved, Mr. Chair.
Any second? Any objection? There being none, the motion is approved.
The second item, the proposed ordinance by the same author, Honorable Sirio, institutionalizing the EduLink system for real property taxation, requiring the simultaneous payments of taxes on land in its improvements to guarantee the full remittance of the Special Education Fund for the city's strategic literacy and scholarship program. May I proceed with the disposition, Mr. Chair?
Yes, please.
On motion of Honorable David Casper Nathan Sirio, duly seconded by Ms. Jolene, the committee resolved to recommend to the Sangguniang Panlungsod to defer consideration of the matter pending the submission of the comments from the Local Finance Committee, the City Legal Office, Naga City School Board, and the Education, Scholarship and Sports Office within 10 days upon receipt hereof. So moved, Mr. Chair.
Any second? Any objection? There being none, the motion is approved.
Third item, the proposed ordinance authored by Honorable Sirio directing the Office of the City Assessor to conduct the project discovery, intensified field inspection, and the mapping operations to ensure the 100% declaration of all improvements on real property within the City of Naga. May I proceed with the disposition, Mr. Chair?
Yes, please.
On motion of Honorable Sirio, duly seconded by Ms. Jolene, the committee resolved to recommend to the Sangguniang Panlungsod to defer consideration of the matter pending the incorporation of the comments and recommendations arising from the hearing and the submission of the comments from the Local Finance Committee, City Legal Office, Naga City School Board, ESO, and the Liga ng mga Barangay within 10 days upon receipt. So moved, Mr. Chair.
Any second? Any objection? There being none, the motion is approved.
That ends the report of the committee. Thank you, Mr. Chair.
Thank you, City Councilor Frank Mendoza. Next item, please.
Next is the committee report of the Committee on Information Technology on the hearing last May 21st.
Committee on Information Technology. City Councilor Aris Macaraig.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. I request that the committee report of the Committee on Information and Technology be acknowledged.
Your report is duly acknowledged.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. We have one sole item to be reported. The meeting was held on May 21, 2026.
Was there a quorum?
We have a quorum, Mr. Chair.
Okay, thank you.
May I proceed, Mr. Chair?
Yes, please.
The sole item is the proposed ordinance authored by yours truly, providing a mechanism for digital reporting of violations of City Ordinance 93049 as amended, otherwise known as the Traffic Transport Code of Naga City. May I proceed to the disposition, Mr. Chair?
Yes, please.
The committee resolved to direct the Secretary to furnish copies of the proposed ordinance to the offices of Public Safety Office, PNP, LTO, IT Office, and Naga City People's Council. Second, to recommend for the plenary the approval on second reading the proposed ordinance entitled An Ordinance Providing a Mechanism for the Reporting of Violations of City Ordinance 93049 as amended, subject to the incorporation of recommendations from the offices mentioned above. So moved, Mr. Chair.
Any comment or reaction? Any second? Any objection? There being none, the motion is approved on second reading.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. That ends my report. May I present the ordinance, Mr. Chair? The salient points.
Yes, please.
This ordinance originated, the idea of the ordinance originated from the City Mayor's Office. The need of Naga City to have a digital reporting mechanism, just like the no contact apprehension style of traffic violations. And this was actually sponsored by by Attorney Norin San Luis Lute. And this was also discussed with the LTO, the initial draft. Basically, Mr. Chair, the My Naga app will be used as a tool by citizens to report violations. A simple scenario, Mr. Chair, is that an illegally parked vehicle in Magsaysay will be captured in a photo or video and will be reported in the My Naga app. This ordinance will not cover the whole of Naga City, meaning may areas lang po na ma-apply ini. Dahil kung dahil po baka maging magulo ang Naga City kapag gabos ni in-apply sa buong Naga City. Now, the report will be received by the PSO, Traffic Management Office, and they will evaluate the report. If the report is valid, the attention of the registered owner of the vehicle will be given a notice of violation, and they will be asked to answer for any justification or excuse. If there is none, Mr. Chair, the registered owner of the registered vehicle will be given a ticket. If he will not cooperate, an LTO alarm will be made in the registration of the vehicle. That is why in the ordinance we have a provision there that will that authorizes the city mayor to enter into a memorandum agreement with the LTO to have a data use agreement of the data of the LTO. According to Attorney Norin, this is possible. Our personnel from the PSO will activate the alarm of the registered vehicle, and the registered vehicle will not be renewed the registration unless and until they settle the alarm. So other than that, aramtaman po na may mga reports na nagraraw-raw man lang, fraudulent reports, prank reports, can be penalized under the ordinance. Now, ang question po, Mr. Chair, with regard to the violation, anong violation ang makocommit? Since this is a reporting ordinance only, ang mababiolate po katong nagpark sa Magsaysay is still the traffic code. This is only the mode of reporting. So we capacitate the citizens to be part of peace and order by giving them this tool. They will use the Maynaga app and then report the alleged violation. So this might cover MT Villanueva, Francia, and Magsaysay and Panganiban, the CBD areas, but not the whole of Naga City. And there is a technical working group headed by the Office of the City Mayor. LTO is also on board, and the Information Technology Office. In the deliberation, Councilor Frank Mendoza has suggested a phased execution. So 30 days from the approval of the ordinance, the Maynaga app tool will be developed. Kasi po, ito po bagang geotag photos. Ito po may mga information sa gilid. It will be part of the Maynaga app. Big sabihin, bako pong regular camera ang gagamiton to report. It should be the in-app camera. Ito pong camera na provided sa Maynaga app ang i-activate po. And that is a default feature in every cell phone to have a camera. So that is very accessible. Now, within 30 days from approval, the Maynaga tool will be made. Now, after that, there is a grace period, Mr. Chair. Dahil man po pwedeng biglaon ng mga tao. So, this grace period, using the Maynaga app, will be for 45 days within select areas. Now, there is also the requirement for an online payment of traffic violations, so that they po mahassle si mga tao. They can conveniently pay the violation. Kasi sabi po ni Attorney Norin, number one na nagiging problem with the online no contact apprehension is the facility of online payment. Nagko-contrasit data, paano nga kung napaagi man lang talaga ako? Bako man akong mapanaga. Sumabalik pa rin ako. So, that convenience answers that issue, the online payment system, which is also subject of another ordinance.
So any comment from the members of the council?
Mr. Chair, the TWG will actually issue implementing guidelines that will have all the specific details of the implementation of this ordinance.
So this will be Naga's version of the no contact apprehension.
Yes, Mr. Chair. And this, according to Attorney Norin, is the first in the Philippines, if ever. So other municipalities might pattern this ordinance. So the task actually is the burden of perfecting the system is with the TWG. The ordinance merely outlines the policy of the City of Naga, Mr. Chair.
Thank you, City Councilor Aris Macaraig. No comment? Yes, Councilor Elmer Baldimoro.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. Mr. Chair, may we know if this already had a public hearing?
Yes, Councilor Aris.
No public hearing yet, Mr. Chair.
I understand, Mr. Chair, this will entail a public hearing.
Will this necessitate a public hearing?
Yes, Mr. Chair. There is a penalty clause, Mr. Chair.
Okay. So, we have a problem here. City Councilor Aris Magaraig, we need to conduct a public hearing.
For that matter, Mr. Chair, since there is an urgency, I could just eliminate the penalty section because anyway, this is covered by the Republic Act on cyber libel, Mr. Chair.
So you will be
The actual-
deleting the penalty portion?
Yes, Mr. Chair. Actually, there is the reporting of false and misrepresenting information is actually cyber libel, Mr. Chair. So,
So with that move, Councilor Baldemoro, what is your reaction?
Mr. Chair, those will be reported will pay a penalty.
I understand.
The violator.
will pay the traffic ordinance violated, Mr. Chair.
Yes, just the same, Mr. Chair.
No,
Since the apprehension is through reporting via sending to my Naga app, just the same. No contact policy lang ini, but just the same.
But they still have to pay
Yes.
the fine.
No. May I
Yes,
clarify, Mr.
Councilor
Chair?
Aris.
The ordinance does not impose new penalties. It only opens a new mode of reporting but not penalizing. Ang mababiolate man po girareninda si traffic code bako man po ning ordinance na ini. The penalty mentioned here actually is para lang po duman maibitaran si mga pasaway na nagraraw-raw. But still this is covered by cyber libel. So I could do away with the penalty for now, Mr. Chair.
Okay, Councilor Dr. Gayla Bunal Gomez.
Mr. Chair, may I suggest therefore to the proponent to put a particular section stating that penalties shall be covered so that it's also clear, because everything in the ordinance mentions of payments, violations, etc. So that we may not be misconstrued by
Thank you,
violators.
Councilor Abunal. What is your reaction? The principal proponent of the proposed ordinance?
It's mentioned in the ordinance, Mr. Chair. Section 3. Digital enforcement reporting system is hereby created to address alleged violations of Traffic Transport Code of Naga City, City Ordinance 93049 as amended. Any person may send report of such alleged violation. Also in
Are you satisfied with that particular answer, Councilor
in
Gayla Bunal Gomez?
Mr. Chair, may I add?
Yes.
Thank you. In section 4.5, it mentions an online payment system shall likewise be developed by the city to facilitate faster and convenient transactions for purposes of settling penalties for violations of City Ordinance 993-049. And the title itself, Mr. Chair, it's about violations of City Ordinance 93049, and this is only for reporting the violations. Just a new avenue for reporting the violations.
Okay. Reaction from Councilor Gayla Bunal Gomez.
Mr. Chair, I'm just asking that so that everything is clear, Mr. Chair, that we are actually pertaining to another ordinance. It's just adding in that particular section, instead of putting the penalties, the proponent might perhaps include that explanation, referring again to the legal basis of this current ordinance.
To simplify matters.
Yes,
Mr.
Okay,
Chair.
can you do it, Councilor Aris?
Yes, Mr. Chair. That is in section 7 instead of penalties. Will specifically.
So kindly make a simple addition to the provisions, a one paragraph thing,
Yes,
to
Mr. Chair.
clear once and for all that this is just a matter of reporting and there is no provision for penalties as cited by Councilor
Yes,
Baldimoro.
Mr. Chair. I will put that clarification in Section 7. And there are instances when the report is not about the violation of City Ordinance 93-049. But marireceive man po girara yan eh. For example, may nag-report ning nagsusulo ning mga dahon, that is not about City Ordinance 93-049, but still the ordinance, the proposed ordinance, mandates na action should be taken by referring that report to specific office. So, di man po gyari masasayang sa report. Minsan po kaya, alam mo sa iba, challenge sa technology. So, di po masasayang sa report. Also, Mr. Chair, may instances na sinireport mong auto, iba man ang plate number duman sa nakarehistro sa data kang LTO, which usually or more probably is a carnap or product of some crime. Data po mapaprocess. But the ordinance mandates that this be referred to the proper office, the LTO or the HPG. So, dakula po siyang tool for peace and order and the proper registration of vehicles.
Okay, thank you, Councilor Aris. Reaction from Councilor Baldimoro? You were raising your hand a while ago.
Mr. Chair, I am in support of this ordinance. My just only concern is the procedural. Baka kaya ma-question kita kung dahil nag-conduct ng public hearing. So, kung dahil man siya urgent na maray, we might as well as follow the procedure. Just my thought, Mr. Chair.
Reaction from Councilor Aris Macaraig.
It's urgent, Mr. Chair. And I already deleted the penalty portion since this is covered by cyber libel. Pag nagsumbong ka po ng mayo man talagang violation, obviously mayong violation. Ang iba po kayo napapasalay. So that is not intentional. But if there is an intentional cause to disrepute or akusaran ng sarong tao na may violation siya, that is cyber libel.
Anyway, this was already approved on second reading, so kindly make the necessary adjustments, Councilor Aris Macaraig, so that we will not be criticized for coming up with this ordinance without any public hearing, as stated by Councilor
Mr. Chair.
Baldimoro.
Yes, Mr. Chair. I also asked the PSO and the City Legal Office, and they have no further comments. So I believe this is ripe for second reading, Mr. Chair.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. That's
Thank you, Councilor Aris Macaraig. Next item, please.
Next is the committee report of the Blue Ribbon Committee on the hearing last May 20.
We have the committee report from the Committee on Blue Ribbon. This will be rendered by City Councilor Oying Rosales. Let me acknowledge the presence of the SK Federation from Calatagan, Batangas, headed by SK President Charles Perez. Where is the SK President? Okay, welcome to the Sangguniang Panlungsod ng Naga. Proceed. Councilor
Yes, Mr.
Oying
Chairman.
Rosales.
May I move to for the acknowledgement of the report of the Committee on Blue Ribbon and Administrative Cases for the meeting held last May 20, 2026.
Your report is duly acknowledged.
There was a quorum in the said committee hearing.
There was a quorum. Okay, thank you.
The lone item is the complaint filed by Kagawad Milagros Lagos against Punong Barangay Domingo L. Ramos, Kagawad Vilma Camacho, and Jennifer P. Purisima, Barangay Treasurer, for dishonesty, oppression, misconduct in office, gross negligence, and dereliction of duty. May I proceed to the disposition, Mr. Chairman?
Yes, please.
The committee resolved to recommend to the plenary the adoption of the draft decision of the committee in the administrative case filed by Barangay Kagawad Milagro Lagos of Barangay Panikwason against the said respondents for dishonesty, oppression, misconduct in office, gross negligence, and dereliction of duty. I've already provided copies of the decision to the members of the Sangguniang, and this is being submitted for approval and concurrence by majority of the members. May I just read the dispositive portion, Mr. Chairman?
Yes, please.
Wherefore, premises considered, there being no substantial evidence to hold respondents Punong Barangay Domingo Ramos, Kagawad Vilma Camacho, and Jennifer Purisima administratively liable for the charges of dishonesty, oppression, and misconduct in office, gross negligence, and dereliction of duty, this case is hereby dismissed.
Okay, I believe all members of the council have been furnished copies of the report. Any reaction? Comment? So kindly make the final motion, Councilor Oying Rosales.
Mr. Chairman, I so move for the adoption of the decision of the committee at the plenary level.
Any second? Any objection? There being none, the motion is approved.
That ends my report, Mr. Chairman.
Thank you, Councilor Oying Rosales. Next item, please.
Next is the committee report of the Committee on Transport on the hearing last May 20.
The Committee on Transport, and the report will be rendered by City Councilor Omar Buenafe.
Mr. Chair, may I request acknowledgement of the Committee on Transport report.
Your report is duly acknowledged.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. The Committee on Transport conducted its committee hearing last May 20, and there was a quorum.
There was a quorum. Thank you.
For the items, Mr. Chair, first is the email from Tiger Terra Transport Corporation relative to the proposal for collaboration on electric vehicles and charging stations. May I proceed to the disposition, Mr. Chair?
Yes, please.
On motion of Honorable Francisco Mendoza, duly seconded by Honorable Peñaflor and Mr. Darilay, the committee resolved to recommend to the matter be noted and that the requesting party be advised to coordinate with the Trimobile Operators and Drivers Associations or cooperatives, being the proper parties to request and recommend to the city government the adoption of e-vehicles that meet their standards and comply with the regulations set by the Land Transportation Office. And I so move, Mr. Chair.
Any second? Any objection? There being none, the motion is approved.
Next item is the proposed resolution authored by Honorable David Casper, Nathan A. Serio, earnestly urging the Department of Transportation and the Philippine National Railways to prioritize the immediate rehabilitation and full resumption of the Naga-Albay Railway line as a vital strategic alternative to mitigate transportation disruption and regional connectivity gaps. May I proceed to the disposition, Mr. Chair?
Yes, please.
On motion of Honorable Mendoza, duly seconded by Honorable Peñaflor and Mr. Darilay, the committee resolved to recommend to defer the matter due to the absence of the proponent. And I so move, Mr. Chair.
Any second? Any objection? There being none, the motion is approved.
Next is the letter from Sally San Andres, operator of unit of Taxical with franchise number NC05RTF-0817, seeking approval for change of unit from Taxical to regular Trimobile. May I proceed to the disposition, Mr. Chair?
Yes, please.
On motion of Mr. Darilay, seconded by Honorable Mendoza and Honorable Peñaflor, the committee resolved to recommend for a passage of a resolution approving the application of Sally San Andres of Barangay San Felipe, Naga City for conversion of her franchise from Taxical to regular Trimobile unit, subject to the provisions of Ordinance Number 93-049 as amended. And I so move, Mr. Chair.
Any second? Any objection? There being none, the motion is approved.
Next is the resolution number 2026-027 of the Sangguniang Barangay of Dinaga, Naga City, requesting for amendment of letter Q, section 43 and 53 of City Ordinance number 93-049. For some items discussed, may I relate, Mr. Chair, some of the excerpts of the resolution of Sangguniang Barangay of Dinaga. Whereas City Ordinance number 93-043, entitled An Ordinance Codifying Transport and Traffic Ordinance, the City of Naga, whereas letter Q, Section 43, Article 12, for one-way and two-way streets, reads as Ojeda 4 Street from Angeles Street to Dinaga Street, direction south. And whereas letter O, section 53 of the same, of Article 15 of the same ordinance, vehicles from Dinaga Street, no left turn to Ojeda 4 Street. Whereas amendment must be made because from Elias Angeles Street, turning left to Ojeda Street between Ortega and Santua buildings, where the Mercury Drug is located opposite the Ice Blink establishment. And this is going to the other edge. There is only one direction, and that is going to Panganiban Street. So kung mag-aagi ka, Mr. Chair, from Elias Angeles Street, malaog naman sa Ojeda 4 Street, kang Dinaga, taro lang ang direction mo, maluwas ka duman sa Panganiban because Dinaga Street is also a one-way street. So, whereas if the entry of vehicles would be the other way around, meaning entering Calle Cáceres, nearby Romar Building, turning left to Ojeda Street, will give many options. For example, yung motorists from Dinaga, if they pass through Ojeda 4 Street, maluwas tigdiyo sa may Elias Angeles, pwedeng magdiretso sa Evangelista Street Ito po baga, Mr. Chair, na pigtitinda ni mga prutas between Plaza Rizal and the former UCPB, now Land Bank. Diretso, and they can turn to General Luna Street leading to P. Burgos or to General Luna Extension to pasiring sa DSIS, or turn left towards J. Hernandez Avenue and Igualdad Street. And pag nagluwas from Ujeda Street to Elias Angeles, pwede mag-left. May mga ibang streets pang pwedeng dumanan, like Preto Street and towards General Luna Street, and gulpi na naman option after General Luna Street. And also from Elias Angeles Street, pag nagluwas sa Elias Angeles Street, pwede manggirare magduman sa Cáceres Street towards itong sa market, or turn right to General Luna Street, and pwede man magluwas pasiring sa may Tabuco Bridge. So there are many options if we will consider the other way around, because as of now it is according to the present ordinance that is in force, one-way street yun, and the direction is going south. So entering from Elias Angeles, going south, connecting to Dinaga Street, mayong ibang direction, malo sa Panganiban. But with the other way around, there are many options that can be taken. So this is the gist of the resolution that was passed by Barangay, the Sangguniang Barangay of Dinaga. And the committee finds it meritorious. May I proceed to the disposition, Mr. Chair?
Okay, please.
On motion of Honorable Mendoza, seconded by Honorable Peñaflor, the committee resolved to recommend to grant the request of Barangay Council of Dinaga through resolution number 2026-002 by amending ordinance number by requesting the amendment of ordinance number 93-049, otherwise known as the Transport and Traffic Code of Naga City, is specifically by reversing the one-way direction of Ujeda 4th Street in Barangay Dinaga, Naga City. And I so move, Mr. Chair.
Any second? Any objection? There being none, the motion is approved.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. And with this, Mr. Chair, we presented the proposed ordinance for the said amendment of ordinance number 93-049, and this is co-authored by Honorable Francisco Mendoza. And the salient point of this proposed ordinance, Mr. Chair, is the amendment of Section 43 of Ordinance Number 93-049, specifically Section 43 letter Q, which will now read as Ujeda 4th Street from corner Dinaga Street to corner Elias Angeles Street, direction north. And on Section 2, amending Section 53 of Article 15 of the same ordinance, entitled No Left Turn or Right Turn and No U-Turn, is herein amended by deleting letter O of the said sections as the previous provision prohibits a left turn from Dinaga Street to Ojeda Street. So, yan ang pinaka gist nitong proposed ordinance, Mr. Chair, to effect the reversion of the direction of the traffic in Ojeda Street from the present provision that is stated at inside Ordinance 93-049. So with this, Mr. Chair, I and my co-author, Honorable Mendoza, seek the approval of this council on this proposed ordinance. And I so move, Mr. Chair.
Any second? Any objection? There being none, the motion is approved on second reading.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. That's my... sorry. Meron pa palang isang item. For the last item, there are 3 requests for the transfer of franchise. First is from Mr. Jack de la Trinidad to Miss Katrina M. de la Trinidad due to the death of the franchisee. May I proceed to the disposition, Mr. Chair?
Yes, please.
Finding all the documents to be complete and in order, and considering that there was no objection from the wife of the original franchise holder, upon motion of Honorable Mendoza, duly seconded by Honorable Peñaflor and Mr. Darilay, the committee resolved to recommend the passage of a resolution approving the application of Katrina de la Trinidad for the transfer of the franchise from the deceased franchisee, which became available due to the death. The same being in accordance with the provision of City Ordinance number 2014-023. And I so move, Mr. Chair.
Any second? Any objection? There being none, the motion is approved.
Next is the request for transfer by virtue of retirement from Mr. Domingo I. Resco to Mr. Ramel C. Resco. May I proceed to the disposition, Mr. Chair? Finding all the documents to be complete and in order, in motion of Honorable Mendoza, duly seconded by Honorable Peñaflor and Mr. Darilay, the committee resolved to recommend to the plenary the passage of a resolution approving the application of Mr. Domingo Resco for the transfer of Trimobile franchise, subject to the completion of requirements and payment of the prescribed fees excuse me, under City Ordinance number 93-049. And I so move, Mr. Chair.
Any second? Any objection? There being none, the motion is approved.
Last is the request for transfer of franchise from Mr. Artemio Buenos Aires to Miss Shirley Buenos Aires Alden by virtue of retirement. May I proceed to the disposition, Mr. Chair?
Yes, please.
Finding all the documents to be complete and in order, on motion of Honorable Peñaflor, duly seconded by Honorable Mendoza and Mr. Darilay, the committee resolved to recommend to the plenary the passage of a resolution approving the application of Mr. Artemio Buenos Aires for the transfer of Trimobile franchise NC 05-RTF-1060 to his son, to his sister, Miss Shirley B. Alden, subject to completion of all requirements and the payment of prescribed fees under City Ordinance number 93-049. And I so move, Mr. Chair.
Any second? Any objection? There being none, the motion is approved.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. That ends my report.
Thank you, City Councilor Omar Buenafe. Next item, please. Yes, Councilor Baldemoro. Okay, recess. Sa inyo. Next item, please. Councilor Elmer Balimoro.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. Mr. Chair, before, with the indulgence of the Chairman of the Committee on Rules, may I request to include in our today's agenda under special business or order a resolution of condolences to the bereaved family of retired Judge Salvador Cahot Jr.
Okay. Reaction from the chairman of the Committee on Rules. So we will put that under the SBO.
May I move, Mr. Chair,
Yes,
on
please.
joint and collective motion?
Joint and collective. Approved. Next item, please.
Next is the committee report of the Committee on Education on the hearing last May 21st.
Committee on Education. Who is the co-chairman of the Committee on Education? Councilor Balimoro.
I am the co-chairman, Mr. Chair. However, I am absent in the committee hearing.
So we will defer the rendering of the report for the Committee on Education. Next item, please.
Next is the proposed ordinance authored by the Honorable Francisco M. Mendoza, an ordinance authorizing the grant of medical allowance to qualified officials and employees of the city government of Naga in the amount of 7,000 pesos per annum, prescribing the modes of availment, liquidation and recovery mechanisms, and other purposes.
Councilor Frank Mendoza.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. This is a revised version of the original draft ordinance. Stating the comment of the City Legal Office as well as the apprehension of the Nasil Gaya in a recently received letter by the Sangguniang. So with that, I move that we refer this to the Committee on Appropriation where it is still pending.
Any second? Any objection? There being none, the motion is approved. Next item, please.
Next is the proposed ordinance authored by the Honorable Hildy Rosales, an ordinance prohibiting non-lawyer from displaying notary public signages and from soliciting notarial services in street and public places within the city of Naga.
Councilor Uying Rosales.
Mr. Chairman, this proposed ordinance was already recommended by the committee for approval on second reading. And after the suggestions and comments from some of the members of the committee, I decided to revise the recommended draft of the committee to this updated draft, Mr. Chairman. So I've actually removed some of the provisions which were contentious on the part of the other members. Specifically the misrepresentation on the title, the misrepresentation as notary public.
Kindly discuss the pertinent
Yes, Mr. Chairman.
changes.
So the ordinance is now entitled an ordinance prohibiting non-lawyers from displaying notary public signages and from soliciting notarial services in streets and public places in the city of Naga. So may I proceed to the prohibited acts, Mr. Chairman? I've already removed in the prohibited acts the misrepresentation as one of the prohibited acts and confine the prohibited act to the putting up of signage and the solicitation of passers-by to avail of notary service. So only those two acts will now be prohibited under this proposed ordinance, Mr. Chairman. If I may just show some what